Hello, everybody! Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to yet another episode of Paperwork Pantheon. The cameras were still fucked despite my best efforts.
You know my favorite thing about Paperwork Pantheon
Yeah?
is that it's accurate to the name. Like, there's been so much paperwork and there's been so much Pantheon. Like, it doesn't get more real than that.
You...
Can I just say, you're welcome, because you know who was pushing for a different name? What were we originally going to call it? There was something else, and then I was like, oh, if that's not a good name, can we brainstorm? And then we worked on it, remember?
I don't know who came, but Amelia's the one who came up with the final name.
Yeah,
Wait, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Amelia was the one
remember
who
pushing for
basically said
paperwork
Paperwork
something.
yeah.
Contractual Divinity was the original name, but before that was God Game, but then there was an anime or a manga that had that exact same name, and I was like, fuck.
When isn't there a manga with the name of something, you know?
Yeah.
Manga really do just have names.
Their names are usually incredible sentences as well. They're
Oh, yeah.
very, very long, very, very well structured.
Mhm.
Offbeat made me watch the first episode of Chainsaw Man the other day, and I have questions about what anime is doing.
Everything right.
Have you ever watched Fruits Basket? It's the best anime ever.
I don't know
I feel
what
like
that
Brooke
is.
would love Fruits Basket.
Yeah, Brooke, you would actually love Fruits
She would
Basket.
actually genuinely like Fruits Basket.
I don't know how to feel about this, and you guys say that about a lot of things.
It's not like Fruit Basket isn't like a euphemism for anything.
It's,
Right.
you know how you like characters who are so nice, but just have to go through so much? That's
Yeah.
Fruits Basket.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
And you know how I like characters that are assholes, but deep down, like deep down, there's a heart of gold. That's
I
also
also
Fruits
love
Basket.
those characters. That's amazing. Offbeat did get me to watch Jujutsu Kaisen. I haven't finished it. I still need to go back and
Yeah.
watch it. And the way that they convinced me to watch it, they were like, magic school, demon slaying, and I was like, why didn't you say that?
And frankly, I was like, it's an anime. School is implied.
How do I know? How
They
am I
go
supposed
to
to know?
school.
I don't watch anime.
Everyone is 15. There's not a single
I didn't
adult.
watch Death
Everyone is
Note. I
15
read the
and there's-
manga.
Nothing more real, heavy, higher stakes than student council.
I loved it.
Student council is the most intense thing that you can ask. The more you ask for are we D&Ding, the less I'd want to do it.
Yeah.
The less I'm like, let's just keep talking about anime.
Yeah, no, fuck you.
You know, Amelia, what were you suggesting before the stream? You wanted to just...
I said we should all
I'm
just
on your
separately
side.
play
I'm just
Slay
here
the
for
Spire. We
Yo,
should all.
I got so close to slaying the Spire yesterday. I got so close.
I did pretty good, right? I was actually playing right before this. I was in a different Discord server, and my new thing is just dropping in a call and not talking and just streaming it and sitting near other people.
So
Yeah, I did
really
pretty good. All of my farthest runs are always with the Ironclad.
Ironclad, really?
I either die pretty early on, or I've make it like every time I've pushed really far in the third act, it's been because of the Ironclad, and every time I've died, it's been because I fucked up and didn't have enough block in my deck.
I played the I always get really far with the defect with the robot and Orby guy. Orby guy just having
It just
the
sails
orbs do-
through
Huh?
those orbs. You just sail through it. It's like
it's kind of easy mode. You just kind of every time you make an orb, you draw a card. When you draw a card, you shoot lightning bolts. When you shoot a lightning bolt, you draw. It's its own little gimmick. It's great.
I will say I have. Oh, I forgot what the poison one's name is.
The silent.
The silent. I just have a special place in my heart for any sort of like deck build that's just based on cycling through your cards as many, like draw a card, play a card, draw a card, play. Like I love it. That is my favorite thing. It's like how
Are
in
you playing
D&D.
the game? No, but you are playing solitaire, and it is competitive.
When I first moved to this place, before I had like furniture and I was like still leeching off of the Wi-Fi next door, all I would do is watch HBO historical docu-series and play solitaire, like physical solitaire with cards. My record, I got it under a minute and a half with regular solitaire.
And chat, in case
Or not minute and a half, 3.5
can't
minutes.
figure out what
Crazy.
the hell we're talking about via context clues. First of all, keep up. Second of
Anime.
all, we're playing Slay the Spire, aka the deck building roguelike, which fucks.
It sucks so hard.
It's so good.
So hard.
It's so good.
But I feel like I've said this before, maybe not here, but like in the way that I feel like I'm winning D&D when I'm rolling a lot of dice, regardless of what those dice are for or why I'm rolling them. In deck builder games, if I'm drawing and playing a lot of cards, I must be winning.
Exactly. That's the same thing. And to transition, we are rolling a lot of dice today in PP game. Maybe.
Are we?
I don't know, maybe. Could you guys also keep track for when Pat shows up? I know he's here today.
I'll keep an eye on the chat.
Danny is not here today because he's hanging out with a buddy. Danny and Arnold. Oh, hello. Pat is here.
Oh,
I
I
didn't
knew
get Pat.
about this.
My face is currently frozen. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear
Yeah.
you, but you
It's such a handsome still.
Oh my
too.
god, yeah, your eyes are so
Dashing.
beautiful. They don't always
Oh.
look that
don't
blue.
do anything. Don't do anything. I'm taking a
Wow.
screenshot.
Take-
Take a screenshot.
Hold on,
Do it
hold
fast.
on.
Ah,
Amazing, Patrick.
Incredible.
It's so clear, your lighting-
Incredible.
it's
Such
like
a
very
vibe. I know this new
evident
camera-
how
Okay.
good your lighting is.
Chat, you can now see handsome Pat. Look at
There
this.
you go.
Look at this man. Look at him as he
Okay,
stares at those blue eyes. Why is Pat staring
God.
into my soul?
I know.
That
That
is-
hair flick too, Patrick.
Pat-
Damn.
You look like
We're
you're
working on it.
you are either the arch villain in a soap commercial, or you are
So
the
true.
the handsome man who lives in a small town that's about to sweep the hot businesswoman off her feet, and trick her into
Yeah, in a
making
Christmas movie.
Yeah, the Christmas. You're gonna trick her into running the bakery cookie business.
Damn, I will take all of that to the bank. Why, thank you. Oh my. I'm so flattered.
But hello, we are playing D&D.
I heard the wrong word just then, and it took me a second.
What? Flattered? What did you hear?
I heard
We're
flaccid.
just- Oh yes. Yep.
Brooke,
That's
get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah, Brooke, what the hell?
definitely what I meant.
Nah,
For sure,
bullshit.
totally
Replay that
definitely what I
shit. You
meant.
will hear it if you hear the. Anyway,
I
it
don't
took
know,
me
chat,
a
what
good
do
2
y'all
seconds to realize what you actually.
By the way,
said.
chat, I've got a second monitor now. You're over here. So when I look here, I'm
I
looking
know.
at you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you guys
Thanks
are
to
always over
Danny.
here for me.
Thanks to
It
Danny,
was Danny's Christmas present to you, wasn't
best boss in the world. Best
it?
boss.
Who's also your best friend? I feel like that's part of it.
He's my best
Mm.
boss and my best friend. That's the trick. You fools. Pat is frozen? Yes, he
Oh,
is.
I'm aware.
Or is he just so stoically handsome that he doesn't need to move?
Oh.
Pat's video isn't
Stop.
frozen. They actually just got cursed by a witch.
Yes,
So-
I'm communicating with you all telepathically at this point.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it happens to the
It
best
is.
of us. Not me,
Yeah.
but y'all stay safe
No.
out there.
Yeah. I don't. I try not to get cursed by witches on the regular, but I assume that it has happened. Probably. It's like a generalistic
Yeah.
assumption.
I've had like the opposite happen. I've definitely been given like granted divine boons.
Oh, witches have also given
That-
me gifts.
Hmm.
Lexi
I've
being
heard
one.
about your exes. Well,
Well, my exes would not be able
This
to
doesn't
cast
count, yeah.
spells. They are not Shadow Wizard Money Gang, and I'm not sure if they love casting spells.
No, apparently
Aw.
not. Okay. Well, I was gonna
maybe
try
they were
and
the
use my.
punishments.
They
Jesus.
weren't that bad.
no.
I'm not gonna publicly defame my exes. They were lovely people.
That's valid.
Boo.
I'm being a dick.
Drama,
God.
drama. Let's cancel off beat.
Alexandra in the chat gives all the gifts. I have so many small trinkets and charms. Small little
Have you checked your
things.
mail yet?
My mail?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't. How big is the mail? Because I haven't received a notification. Because usually the
It's a
constant-
letter.
A letter? No, I have not checked that recently.
Okay.
Damn. I'll check it on break. I'll run down and check it on break and see if I have a gift.
Okay. Cool.
A present. if you will.
Ah, indeed.
One time Falcon sent me a Christmas card and it never arrived because of the stupid post. And I'm very sad about it to this day. It's just
If
like
you don't
One time
get your
I-
Christmas gifts from me, I'm actually gonna be mad. I'm gonna call Australia
Well-
right now.
Other people have sent me stuff and I've gotten it. It was just this one Christmas card from Falcon, but now I've moved house, so even if it arrived, I wouldn't get it.
Unfortunate.
But we should probably play D&D today. Pat,
Yes,
how is this
It's
camera
not-
situation? Is there anything we can do?
nothing is going well. I'm gonna have to restart my computer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you have
I'm
a
so.
PO box?
No, I do not have a PO box. I should though.
I will be back. I love you.
All right, bye, Pat.
I love you all. Oh God. Oh, it's taking
It's
me
okay, I
now.
have Offbeat's address. I'll just hand it out to chat.
Wow, that's really interesting, Brooke. Is your IP actually? Anyway, we should probably play D&D. I'm Offbeat. I'm your Dungeon Master. I use he/they pronouns. You can please support the Patreon if you want to keep seeing me do this every single week, making shit and content. There's content coming down the pipe. I keep promising it, but trust me, it's coming. I've just been bogged down with editing clients. Trust me, there's more coming, please. But we do have information about the game that Brooke and I are designing. I have a video that's going to be like a preliminary video for you guys to all watch and figure out and get started on and just start learning about the system that is being designed. But that's me.
Yeah.
Brooke, what's up? Oh God.
Hello, my name is Brooklyn Tuesday, and I am playing Viari, the god of Get Ready With Me's during beginning of stream. My pronouns are she, they. Viari's sign theirs away. That's everything. Oh yeah, I'm helping Offbeat design a game, and by helping, I mean we're both doing it together. Unfortunately, Offbeat makes me do maths.
It's really
It's
unfortunate.
really bad.
Amelia.
I had to do multiplication the other day. Multiple times.
That's kind of
Which
how
is
multiplication works.
in and of itself.
That's like its whole thing. Clearly, you've grasped onto it very well.
really caught on that concept.
I'm Amelia Psalm. You can find me most places at Amelia Psalm or by going to links.ameliapsalm.com. And my pronouns are found at the IP address 127.0.0.1. I am playing Ace, who is the god of the passage of time.
Damn. And do I need to know D&D stuff prior to understand how yours and Brooke's project will work? No, it's a brand new system. It will have its own ways of doing things. Having a familiarity with
That being
TTRPGs
said,
always helps.
It'll probably be
Yeah.
more complicated than D&D
Yeah,
because you
that
guys
being
like
said-
everything being crunchy.
we do like crunchy mechanics. It's going to be more crunchy than D&D, but I'm also limiting the amount of crunch because at some point it becomes annoying to do that much bookkeeping. So D&D knowledge is helpful. It's not necessary. But like if you do have D&D knowledge, it will come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to roll to speak. My character cannot open their mouth. I forgot how their tongue works.
It's one of the
Roll
things that I
for
want to
charge.
add is like more roleplay mechanics
Mm-hmm.
because I like that from other systems a lot.
Mm-hmm. But we have a game to play. Last, when we left off, some very important information was given to Viari regarding Argus and Argus's history as a individual
yeah.
on this plane. A's and Feta were also given that very same information. We're given different information regarding Godfried, and Godfried's
Oh,
history
yeah.
as an entity on this
Yeah,
plane.
look at my notes.
Godfried and A's, Feta and A's went into an agreement with the government that they would assist in finding this skeleton and bringing them to the king in order to get a sort of, an audience with the king to figure out what exactly is the plan, what's going on here, get the download on the details and whatnot.
The
Viari-
DL on the details.
Viari and good old Gary interrogated Argus and were given some rather solid information. So we're gonna pick up with A's and Feta. You were stopped on your way to going towards the Blood Bandits when you found out this information regarding Gottfried. What do you do now? Veda, I will say, is just in his mech and is just kind of like, you know what, Age, you got this.
He's
Yeah.
learning the mechanics. He's playing. He's just like learning to high five other mech, like getting the new down.
I think we're gonna continue on to the Blood Bandits.
All right. So this travel takes you about another half a day. You're moving at quick speed. There's some thick brush and bushes and trees and whatnot that begin folding and falling in your way and whatnot as you go. It's a rather old forest. Wind pressure from the mech, and as well as your car just generally running things over. Well, your bait dragon that running things over. But you eventually arrive back at the Blood Bandits, where you see standing in a crow's nest of sorts. Also, Pat, please feel free to let me know. Last episode I watched was 25. What the hell is happening? That's your fault, man.
We're on a different arc now.
That is 24 hours of content. What do you mean what has happened? Shitloads.
We're on a Mad Max planet at the moment. There are bandit factions. Things have gone incredibly differently.
But you arrive at the Blood Bandits and you hear from one of the crow's nests, one of the bandits screams out, "They're here! Our saviors are back!" Yeah!
Love their energy.
And out of the doors folds a swarm of bandits to lift your car, and begin waddling you in, as well as the mech. To meet you, there is a lieutenant of sorts. It seems like they're a rather high-ranking individual. General A's! I am First Lieutenant Jeremiah. I am 35 years old, nearing my status as an elder. But, as my status of an elder grows nearer, I wish to die a better death. Please employ me.
Like, you want me to kill you right now?
No, I want you to send me on a mission, and then have me die. Send me on your most dangerous task.
Okay, noted. Why don't you just kind of stand over there, and then once I have a dangerous mission for you, you'll be first to go.
Yes, sir! Gives you a big hearty salute and stands there proudly. Several other elders begin to wind their way down from their tower. Emily, one of the first to greet you, looks at you and goes, "So, I trust that you have really good news from the musicians and the reconstructors?"
We have... I think it's good news. The musicians are willing to join the cause, should the reconstructors and Blood Bandits assist in defending their land while they deploy their best and brightest. And the reconstructors are willing to... Oh, Pat's back.
Get in here.
Are you on your phone?
I'm back and now mobile.
Amazing.
He moveth.
Yes.
You're frozen for me. Oh, no. You started moving again. No, you started moving again. You were frozen when you first came. No, you started moving again. It might have just been me.
But here we are.
Hi, guys.
Pat is here and movable. Veda, you are with the Blood Bandits now. You've just arrived.
Yes.
Lieutenant Jeremiah is
With
itching
A's,
to die
correct?
at 35 years old. Emily is currently conversing with us how it went. Ace said that the musicians and the reconstructors are willing to join as long as the musicians get reinforcements. Emily looks over and goes, "Well, I suppose we can always spare a couple. But it does a little bit go against our tradition of seeking out danger."
I mean, hear me out on this. I feel like sending any number of your group into an enemy camp, presumably to work with them where you do not have a history of that going particularly well, could still be considered seeking out danger.
But if they kill us, there goes the alliance, isn't it? Alliance
Right.
built on the mutual
It's kind of
ceasefire.
unless you ask them to, unless any of your number are like, hey, you know what? I really want to die. In which case, that might be something that we need to write into the agreement that
Well,
none of the musicians nor the reconstructors are to slay any of the blood bandits unless asked politely.
A duel is no way to die.
you know what we could do? We could send your troops. Okay, so if I remember correctly, the layout of the 3 government factions and the 3 bandits, it's kind of like boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
Like bandits,
Actually,
reconstructors,
definitely.
musicians, government, like not exactly.
Yeah, more or
Um,
less, yeah.
Well, another thing we could do is if we were to shore up the flank with the musicians, if we need to engage in combat and direct the government somewhere, we could not send them straight to the musicians' camp, but we may be able to work it so that way those could be the first deployed outward if they needed to, if we needed more troops.
I think that would also probably be quite agreeable to the musicians. I'm not going to lie.
Especially if we could use that as a staging point, we could send your troops to the musicians so that blood bandits are constantly moving through that area.
They're
So
still on
whoever's
the
stationed
line.
there isn't stationed there long, but it would provide the troops that they need to feel. It would provide the troops that the reconstructors need to feel comfortable lending their weaponry and their forces, and that the musicians would need to be able to protect their land, and would also allow you all to not get too trigger happy waiting for action.
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
I need to start lying on more shit.
Maybe a
It-
plus 20 or something.
Not on this sheet.
Oh, okay.
I have a +4. That's a 22.
It's a good start. I like the sounds of it. Do think we need to all meet together, though. The reconstructors, musicians, all of us. We need a meeting place. Neutral ground where we can discuss terms. Because while I'm fine with guarding, I once served as a guard of sorts. The rest of my troops are very itchy for combat.
Wait, hang on. No, we're not moving on from that. Hang on. Give me 1 second. You did what?
I served as a guard.
Guard, not God.
Oh, guard.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard something very different. No, never
Oh,
mind.
you thought I said
Forget
God.
I said anything.
Humorous. No, that's what we are when we die.
Mhm.
When we come back, we're mortals again.
Understood. Do we want to just have them all meet at kiddo camp?
What?
Is Kiddo Camp, do we want to endanger Kiddo Camp more than it is currently endangered by being Kiddo Camp? I don't, that was a genuine question. I'm not sure.
What is this kiddo camp?
Oh, it's just where we've been hanging out when we're not running between all of you. Yeah.
Deception check.
Those I'm good at. 21.
Okay. Weird name though.
This wasn't any of our choice. Well, actually, it wasn't my choice. In fact, I think that's the first time that we've ever referred to it as Kiddo Camp, in which case, A's, I'm putting that on you.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can hold that. I will gladly surrender that trademark.
Yeah. So we need a third party neutral meeting location. Technically, Bernard has authorized me to negotiate on behalf of the musicians in any necessary conversations. So as long as I just have a way to run things back to him, I think that would be fine. Unless you want to speak to him directly.
Well, I appreciate.
Nope,
Bernard's
that's all
trust
you.
in you. I do want to speak to Bernard. It's been
Mhm.
too long since I've seen that ugly face of his.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty ugly.
Easy. Just like pat Fade a little bit.
His voice is stupid too.
Okay,
I don't know how he
so
got that accent. We all sound like this here. This is like. He says he got it from overseas. I think he's just acting.
I was just trying
Are
to
there
get a rise
even
out of
seas
Pat,
on
but I
this
got
planet?
nothing.
There are seas, yeah. This is like more or less like a. It's a big. Think of it like a Pangea. So it even makes it even more ridiculous that he got it overseas. So,
Right.
send us a message. I assume you have. They bring out a Viari who they have just like grabbed by the neck. Found one of these, by the way. Is this in every camp?
Yep. Yeah, I thought I
Hi.
heard that voice. Pretty
yeah,
much.
we just kind of spread them
Okay.
around. VRA just kind of sends them everywhere.
You know,
Yeah.
lack of any sort of telecommunication devices. These are a great stand-in.
Did we get
And
permission?
just ping the network.
Did you guys?
Yeah. I'm almost positive.
Yeah. I know. Emily's just looking at him like, I just didn't think they'd be so weird. It's just right here.
Hey,
She's like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
want me to look different? Or just like change my face?
don't do that.
Yeah, no, they're just kind of everywhere. But VR's just kind of like that.
Are they real
Hmm.
people? Are these like real people? Or are these like,
Not in the way that you need to feel like morally bad about killing them.
I don't feel
But,
morally
like,
bad.
Okay,
please
I think
don't.
that you should feel morally bad about killing me.
Flings
It's
it
a
away
ninth
by the
level
skull. Just.
Yeah. Like, do
Ow.
they feel pain? Yes. Do they have independent thoughts? Yes. But, you know,
Oh God, I never thought about the morality of our
I mean, they
simulacrum.
technically don't have independent thoughts. They're
They
all. They
don't,
can
yeah.
only be told how to do things. Exclusively.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
They sort of think independently the way that VR. would
Yeah,
as
so we
well.
took
Like,
away
Right.
their
they
free
can-
will, so that's actually fine to kill them now.
Well,
Yeah.
from a moralistic standpoint, sure, yes. Please don't, though, because they are
They're
incredibly
expensive.
There's that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If they're bothering you, just like tell them
you
to
see, you
leave.
see Emily briefly whisper to one of like the lieutenants, and then they just couldn't do like a
Yeah.
hand gesture, and a bunch of the other bandits just
If you've already killed some, it's fine.
killed about 30 of them.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Oh
many.
my god, VR is gonna be so annoyed. You're gonna have to make more.
She'll get over it. You pop those babies out like it's nothing.
Yeah, but now it costs so much more than normal.
Well, listen, honestly,
Telepathically, she has to be at half hit points for like an entire day every time.
yeah,
Also don't
but
like
also
how they
losing them
about
doesn't.
this phrased.
We lose the information downloaded into each of their brains, and we don't get that back.
Allow me to crank you a song on the world's smallest hurdy-gurdy.
But
That's great.
Emily looks to you too. I think if we have that meeting, give us the location with one of these. Shakes around of VR, not quite understanding that this is a thing. Just like it's like this is weird magic. I do not get it.
The
Yeah,
neck
that's so
is
valid.
It's still a. Never mind.
Flings it. Just let contact with those, and we'll be in touch. Let us know their location. Until then, I will send. How many troops does the musicians want? Does Bernard want specifically? Did he give a
Did we
number?
write that down?
Yeah. Could you do 6,000?
After looking up, brief mental mathing. Yeah, we could do 6,000.
Okay.
Right.
They asked for 1,000 more than they asked for because I
Alpha,
assumed we have
Beta,
to
Beta
haggle.
Squadron.
Yeah,
You're
that
going
was
on
that
a
was
quest. You hear a roar from the back, from like as like this chain of command like pings out verbally, like Alpha Beta Beta Squad, Alpha Beta Beta Alpha Beta Beta, until eventually you hear just like as this continues to go, it reaches the point, and you just hear a roar from the section of town as 6,000 voices in unison just scream out. And then as you hear that scream, you watch as they begin to shape and morph their bodies into this gigantic leviathan that reaches out of that land and begins to soar across the sky in this weird meat puppetry
This is just like the end of Gant Zero.
I haven't seen that.
I'm
for
gonna
sure.
take your word.
It's such a bad movie. It's so bad. I watched it. My friend called it. He does a thing called
With the live action Gantz?
Yeah, the live action Gantz. He's like, "Oh, you got
Oh,
Gantzed."
Did I
Are you
just
looking
Gantz
at?
you guys?
I just Gantzed you, and
Oh,
you did also Gantz us.
Damn, they Gantzed across the sky then, all 6,000 of them, as they turn into this weird
We
fish
Gantzed
dragon
on into the
hybrid
night.
thing and fly over the skies in a rather efficient manner. Well, if that is all, we've got important measures to discuss.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I think that's it.
All right, take care. Emily and the elders begin to walk their way back up their tower.
You know, this whole time I've been focused on, like optimizing machinery. Should I try and make like flesh monsters, like flesh machines?
With all of the discussions that we've just recently had about the morality of manipulating simulacrums, what would you make the flesh machines out of? And don't say flesh, I know. I mean, what kind of flesh, and flesh from what and who?
Well, I think it varies. I haven't looked into it. I'd probably have to run several tests to figure out what kind of flesh is the best for it. But, think about it. If I could just make a simulacrum of something and then make a machine out of their flesh, or I could make a simulacrum of myself and then just, rip it apart and use it for pieces. Or I could try cows.
VR simulacrum just be like, you could just use clone spell.
Yeah, it's not the answer that I wanted, but it's the answer that I got, and I suppose, maybe, I don't know, spend some more time with the Blood Bandits. If you want to make flesh machines, you're hanging with the right crowd.
True. No? Where are we heading? Okay, so we got that squared away. We have to find a third-party location. Should we head back with VRE Prime? At some point, we need to find Godfried, and I guess, we're probably walking out, so they're not here.
The
Yeah, that
VRE
is
can
technically a
teleport
mission
you
that the
guys
government
back to
sent
VRE Prime.
Oh, excellent.
How's your neck, by the way? That didn't look
Oh, it's all fine.
right. Yeah, the more that I talk to them, the less bad I feel about Kiddo Camp.
Should I get you guys back to VRE?
Yes, please.
Sounds good, thank you.
Bamps you inside of the genie of her necklace, and then with her inside, and then she casts plane shift, teleporting you guys back to the kid camp with where the
All right, Gareth,
let's
let's go to the Blood Bandits.
You guys actually know where you guys are, right? The VRE network should know where you are at all times, more or less. I would imagine.
Yeah, if they're pinging, if they're casting sent.
Oh,
then
yeah.
Constantly trying to update, so they'll be like, just so you know, she's not actually back at the camp. She's with August right now.
Oh, we were just there.
Oh, we were just there. This feels.
Why? Can you ask
Do you
them
know
why
where
they're
she's
there?
heading next?
Yeah.
She casts sending, and hey VRE, just asking if, actually, where are you? Why are you there? Hope you're well. Also, where are you going? Thanks, bye.
Hey, BC364. We're with Argus. We're going to the Blood Bandits.
Okay, so we just stay here.
All right. If you guys are just gonna stay there.
I thought it was going to be so much funnier if you guys did not ask and bepped them because I was fully intending on going to the Blood Bandits.
Yo, Wes.
Why the fuck can't we find me? Hurry! Where?
Arcane Anthem's in chat. Yo, you guys should buy their
Hey, what's
music.
up, buddy?
They made the
Yes,
music
you
for
should.
both the starting student screen and the break screen. They're awesome.
I know we always say that people always ask and we always answer this, but the breaks music is by Arcane Anthems. And all of Arcane Anthem's music is available for free. However, if you can also support them on Patreon.
They're
and
also
you can go to
cracked
their Patreon and
at Valorant.
access all of their music for free. Or on Spotify.
They're also
or a bunch
cracked
of
at
other
Overwatch and Valorant.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know this.
Yeah, they're cracked.
Oh, yeah, they have been carrying us.
They're great.
They also do take commissions sometimes. I don't know what their commission is at the moment, but they will make custom music for you.
Mhm.
And they made the custom music for our podcast, The Writer's Room, which is a 7C podcast. It's all pirate
The
music.
best, oh my god, one time I wanted to take combat music and like dull it down and then put a heartbeat over it to make a scene really intense, and Wes was like, I got you, and then like proceeded to not only give me all of the things that I needed, because I used their song Unsettling Thumbbolt because it's fucking hype for combat music, but also they like walked me through how to make the alterations and how to layer it on top, and then it turned out amazing.
Yeah, and then
Because it
everyone gaslit
constantly-
me about it.
and my players absolutely love it, and it doesn't come off as disturbing or concerning in any way possible. Isn't that right, guys?
Yeah, and then when you're like, is there a heartbeat here? Everyone's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't hear anything.
We did it, to be fair. I think you were the only one in the thing. We didn't know.
You were also there.
Damn.
Yeah, but
Damn.
it was quiet.
I also commissioned them for the season 2 of the Forever DM. That was all long form skit content. The opening sequence was that music. So Wes is cool. I love them. Anyway, let's get back to the D&D because I don't want to make them feel awkward for just appearing in our chat.
No.
I do.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Friendship.
All the time.
I love you.
Wait,
us
did
to
Lexi check the
friendship.
mail? Because she said that she was going to, I think.
I don't know if she did. She would have to take the keys.
Okay, because there's also something for her there too. 'cause
Amelia,
thought ahead.
I checked the mail, and everybody will see.
All right.
Amazing.
Very good.
Okay. Okay. So you guys wait. Viari, are you going to teleport to them, or are you just gonna walk?
Yeah, I'll teleport.
Okay.
I'm not walking.
Okay. You teleport to them pretty quickly. Pinging with the Viaris.
Like a plebeian.
We're literally gods.
You, Gary, and the hurdy-gurdy arrive with Fada and A's.
I immediately swing around
Heyo.
to A's. Did you know your boyfriend is basically my adoptive brother?
In all fairness,
I'm gonna take that as a no.
I do think that boyfriend's a strong word. We have never confirmed.
Oh, shut up, Alistair.
This is
You have
Gary.
no place to
This is
speak
Gary
right now.
talking
Oh,
right
sorry.
My mouth as well. It's hard to make it more distinct.
Sorry.
I thought I should just actually mention that as part of the Truth Commission, we have never confirmed whether or not they are actually dating. So it is
They are
unfair to
dating.
make
I
an
can-
accusation
I
of
can
boyfriend
it
or
is
girlfriend
very
either way.
fair. Gary, thank you very much. What the fuck is this? Why are you taking their side?
I'm taking the side of truth as I always have.
Oh my, clearly
Thank
not.
you, Gary.
You're welcome.
Okay. Context?
Oh yeah, no, totally just found out that he was in fact the last warlock before me to get a deal like this one, and I just sort of gesture vaguely up and down to all of me at once. You know, the kind where he's not allowed to die unless he's part of the Chaos Pantheon, in which case he's not under Alistair's jurisdiction anymore. But that's kind of a thing, right? That's I don't really know what to think of this, to be honest, because that's kind of a big deal. For Alistair to have made a deal like that, you gotta understand, he doesn't make them very often. There have been 3 of us in total, and I suspected it could have been Z's. It just seemed too suspicious, and there's just too much there. But it is. It is. And he went back and did a favor for Alistair, like a random job for him, and they went back in time 50,000 years ago, and they came here and they tried to do this job once before, but then Argus was like, no, you're gonna leave, and then there was like a standstill where they both used embargo on them, and it was very tense. And also Emily knows or something. I was gonna talk to Emily. One sec, and I'm just gonna start walking towards Emily.
Emily's already gone. She's already up in her tower. You'll have to get her again.
Okay, well, I'm walking.
Okay, you walk inside.
Theta is just frozen in place, just like hands clasped in front of him, just desperately trying to stay calm.
Viari, as you walk... Sorry, you go, Ace. You guys.
I was gonna say, A's like lost in thought for a second and then just wordlessly follows Viari.
Viari, as you walk inside, Lieutenant Jeremiah there salutes you. Sir!
I don't even know who I'm saluting. I just, sir.
You are welcome. Please send me on a mission. I am reaching 35 and near the rank of Elder. I would desperately like to die in a glorious battle. Please send me on your most dangerous mission when available, sir.
Wait, is this the one who told me that?
Yes. But you left.
Jeremiah, we just went over this, Jeremiah.
My apologies, sir.
What kind of spy network skills do you have?
I am trained in all forms of combat, espionage, murder, anything you like.
Honestly, this
Insight
sounds
check.
great.
Insight check.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 17.
At 17, you gather a few things. One, he's
Mhm.
exaggerating a wee bit. What
Mhm.
he is, though, is a very powerful wizard.
Mm.
He is a level 17.
Mm.
In a non D&D subclass called the Wizards of Blood.
Mm.
Blood wizard.
Blood wizard.
Jeremiah, I promise
Are
you,
you
as soon as
again?
we get... Oh.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, as soon as we find a way for you to die in a very violent and gory way, you will be there.
Thank you.
Are you secretly a government spy?
No.
Insight, deception check. 33.
Not a lie. They're not a
Damn.
Okay, good to know. Thanks.
Damn, Jeremiah.
Just thought I'd check.
So, after a little bit, Emily comes down with the rest of the elders. Oh, is this the real one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wondered.
Hi.
We just started finding U's all around, and when you said you're setting up a spy network, didn't quite put together it would just be more U's. We thought they were rats, demons or something, so we started killing them, and we killed about 30 so far. It's a. Don't worry though. They each took out about 1,000 men with them, so like it was a whole thing.
Oh.
It's probably
Sorry.
for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want extras to like replenish those 1,000 or?
No. They're all.
They will follow your orders. If I just tell them to follow your orders, they will just
it's
do what you
perfectly
say.
fine. They're all good. They're all good now. You see, with those 30,000 people lost, we are actually able to start reincarnating one of our greatest elders.
Oh.
I was the greatest that led the Blood Bandits, but I am not the one who founded the Blood Bandits.
Oh. Well, who's this? Elder.
Very great, powerful individual. Some call them the very essence of blood. Not much
Do they-
different as our group was founded a while ago. Long in a great clash of nations. Of
Right.
people.
Like, how long? Like 50,000 years ago? Or.
Longer.
Okay.
50,000.
Or 15. Longer. Right.
Does this
Hey,
person have a
Emily,
name?
that actually,
But
We don't know their name, actually. We know they
but you
exist.
were around 50,000 years ago.
I was. 50,000 years ago, there was a... We finally brought the bandit clans to relative power within the Badlands. The government decided to start... That's when the government started their oppressive march towards us. But before that still was another war.
right.
War that split...
Yeah, that other war, and this might be related, it might not. Were you around, oh, I don't know, say 2,000 years ago? Were you around at that time?
That was around 500 years ago.
Right. Yeah. So you don't remember the previous ruler before Tiber Rex, do you?
Oh. Huh. That old codger. Heard of him.
Or do you? Right. Did you
I
know
knew
his
the
name?
rulers- I knew the rulers before that guy. And I know Tiber Rex.
Okay.
So there was 50,000 years ago. That's
Right.
when he was around. Died. Again.
Yep.
Old age.
Yep.
Getcha.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Reincarnated again 500 years ago. We had a great push. Got all the bandit clans together. Died again.
Right.
I'm back.
Mhm.
And then just recently came back when
Exactly.
we got here. Cool. What was the guy before's? Not the one before Tiber Rex, but the one before that. What was his name, or their name?
So here's the thing.
Right.
Every single king that
Mhm.
claims to have the right to the throne takes on the name
Right.
Rex.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like a...
Yeah, Carolus Rex.
That just means king,
Okay.
so.
Means king, yeah. But it's
Right.
supposed to be that some old timey bullshit. Their bloodline was chosen, therefore you gotta have the last name in order to be king, be legitimate. So
Sure.
everyone's gonna be named Rex, right? But the guy before that, real old fucker, real old guy.
Yeah.
They called him the Zealot.
Okay.
He was all right. Well, he was for the government anyway, and they were pretty on mediocre terms. At that time, I unfortunately didn't pay as much attention to politics as I would have liked. I just knew the Zealot
Gotcha.
was our enemy.
Mhm.
Ruled over the government, kept us at bay, started this force to keep us in the Badlands to eventually overtake us. I was just a regular blood bandit foot soldier by then, though, so I didn't really see much purpose in learning about the world around me.
Mm-hmm.
I made it to 40, so here we are.
Alrighty. Fair enough.
And then in the middle, I do know some great king came around, led the government to its current position of extreme power, pushed us to these outskirts.
Yeah.
They were nice though. Apparently offering lots of deals. Didn't try to take
So
things
we've
by
heard.
force. But then he left. Came Tiber. Tiber's been the worst so far.
Yeah.
forewent all the old agreements, all the old goodwill for power. Argus helped design the very machines that now crush us.
Right. Yeah, you two got a thing, don't you?
What do you mean by a thing?
Oh, just something that something we overheard. You two had history.
He was cute. No, he's ugly. Looks like a big robot.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I got that.
He was nice. Good fighter. Smart head. By the way, at this point, I'm just gonna say Emily is eating. She's just snacking. She's hungry.
We went up to her tower, so she had snacks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
She's like, okay, well, I met with the people. I'm gonna be out for the day. Oh, they're back.
Yeah.
So actually, I had some questions, if that's okay. So when I went to speak to Argus, he mentioned that there had been like a little incident involving. Actually, is it okay if I just? Are there any of her guards or other people in the room?
The other elders are all there. No other guards though.
Is it okay if I just talk to you, Emily? Well, if we just talk to you.
Anything I know is already the property of the elders in the collective. If you talk to me, you talk to us all.
Okay, well, alright. So I heard that, about 50,000 years ago, a god came down to, try to right the wrongs of a past mistake, and the conflict that had started here, and that you were a warlock of that god, and that, it did not go so well?
Alistair?
Yeah.
I was.
You were a warlock of Alistair's?
I gave up my power, signed an NDA not to talk about it unless arrested directly. I want to forget that one. I gave up the gods and their power directly. If they want to help us, they may help us in the ways that the blood has always helped us. Bloodshed has helped us by giving us purpose and new life. Alistair at the time, don't know where he was at. It was too direct. But now seeing where we're at, on the brink of extinction as a group. Desperate times.
Which is why he sent us.
Maybe.
It would explain it.
But knowing him,
Well,
I
that
hope he
and-
took my policy that I suggested into account.
What policy did you suggest?
Policy of don't pick a side proper. At least on the onset. Give whatever mission or people that you send a simple mission that can be accomplished in a number of ways. Last time he was too direct. When he came again with that warlock boy,
A's.
Ace
saw-
doesn't like Faith. I'm like, but like Ace isn't.
I saw the gesture. He was trying to make amends, but he still hadn't learned his lesson. Seeing you all when you told us your mission plainly, I realized that maybe he finally had. And so, I agreed. But doesn't make me any less skeptical. I hope this works out. don't know if Alistair's ever told you about his mistakes, Fiari. Knowing him and how God's work probably saw them as unimportant to your current goal. But let's just say direct action fucks up a lot of things when you're a god. Mortal gods have it easier, but it doesn't change the responsibility. This planet is torn because of his direct actions. Longer than 50,000 years ago. He knows this. And those that remember know this.
Who else remembers?
Well, my elders. Specifically that one. Pointing to a very far end is the incredibly old one. Yes, I do. Alistair can go fuck himself. If you're having problems hearing, seek doctoral help. Also, we have times when Danny's on stream and screams at us, so we keep the volume down so that my ears don't bleed out and I fucking die. And it's for your safety as well, audience, because we've had complaints before. Stop whining. Accept it.
So, if you wish Alistair would stop interfering, and I know you kind of just said that you feel like he learned his lesson this time, but he has still sent us down to interfere. Why are you working with us? That doesn't...
Desperate times, for one. We are on the brink of being eradicated. And frankly, this is by far the least direct he's ever tried to interfere.
I see. What happened the first time?
The war. We don't know much. But we do know the following. Alistair arrived. Alistair tried to even the odds with a group that was being destroyed. Assisted the side that was being destroyed. Not realizing what lasting influence that would have, or not caring. That side grew powerful, even post his exit. Learned from his techniques, his abilities, residual magics from where he stepped and walked and cast. Tablets written about his ventures, written down and transcribed and passed on, until eventually the government we know today arrived.
Someone else is pretending to be him right now and helping the government. It's not him.
Figures.
Yeah.
Heard word of some government flopped, saying they were worshipping the all-powerful Alistair. I would have known if he dropped foot here. As would have Argus.
How would you know?
I could smell him. He smells like a elitist.
I think that's just like sandalwood and tobacco, leather kind of cologne.
That is pretty elitist.
It's one of my favorites.
I'm not surprised.
Mm.
Wow. With that warlock who came, could you tell me what happened? Back when
Which
you were
time?
still
50,000?
Yeah.
Did they come a different time?
Music, don't get spooky on me. This isn't gonna go spooky. Music.
Oh, spoilers.
Get back to ambience. Well, at least it won't. Not that brand of spooky. Jeez, that was so vile, so
I
mysterious.
thought we were just gonna switch to Call of Cthulhu midway through.
Not much.
You guys thought you liked multiple character sheets? How about multiple systems?
That's some bullshit I would do. And everyone would be like, this doesn't make sense. And I'm like, that doesn't matter.
See, I would fucking love that.
That would mean I'd have to learn another system. I'm already making one. That's too much work. I'm being sad.
We need to learn other systems to design this one offbeat.
I know.
This is kind of necessary.
I'm learning Pathfinder.
I don't just know D&D. I know D&D, but in a different font.
Italicized D&D.
It's not D&D. It's Pathfinder.
Look, this one's got serifs.
Yo, Pathfinder players when they find the path.
You can do that in D&D. You just need a 6th level spell.
50,000 years ago, it was very simple. Alistair arrived with a proposition. One warlock would arrive, come here, try to muddy the waters, try to make things difficult, try to make it so that the sides were evened not by one side being bolstered, but by both sides being hindered. Presented us with some wiry twink of a boy. And, Argus and
Yeah, that is Ace smirking, actually. Not just...
I said yes at the time. Argus declined. Argus shot Alistair with some bullets he'd been developing. They almost worked on him. Got one spell off. That was it.
Embargo.
Embargo.
Yeah. You didn't know that.
I knew about the embargo bullets, yeah. We knew about the bullets.
Alistair realized the hostility. Understood that the plan was rash. Politely said that he will return only when the times are most dire, and only if especially required. We nodded at those terms. Considering you're here now, I assume that meant the time was now. Whatever especially required means. I do not hate Alistair. I think he's hopefully grown since then. Changed his policies and how he works. He can change anything. Why not himself? So that is where we're at today.
Well, thank you for that information, I guess. Gary, would you like to do another interrogation, or are you happy with that?
Gary takes out his book. What is your blood relation to the original founder of the Blood Bandits? Direct daughter? Okay.
Right.
How many times have they reincarnated? 0. When were you born? I was born roughly my first birth about 70,000 years ago.
Okay.
Assuming this warlock
Gary,
lived a
can I
long
ask a
time.
question?
Yes. You may ask questions.
The founder, is that who you're attempting to bring back now?
You're very close.
You're-
Yes.
What's their name?
Lost to time.
It was your
You're their daughter.
parent? Though, don't you remember?
Death can be swift for parents sometimes.
You never met them?
No.
Oh. Question, Emily,
Emily.
I just have to ask. You weren't the Alistair doesn't have like any contracts with you to like not let you die. Alistair didn't raise you, did he?
Alistair did not raise me.
Okay, you weren't like the first one of these deals.
No. One of these
Thanks.
deals, what do you mean?
Don't worry. It's a long, long story, and it's not really relevant to what's happening on this planet anyway, to be honest. It's just personal curiosity.
Gary continues. So, if I'm to understand this correctly, both your parents died very close in time to your birth. Yes. Sorry. No problem. And you brought the bandits to their current state of power? Yes.
Emily,
Mhm.
does the last name Host mean anything to you?
That's that middle king I don't know anything about.
All right, okay.
So
Wasn't sure.
According to some of my elders, though, they were honestly not the worst. They looked out for the interest of their own, but what king doesn't?
Hmm.
Well, is that everything, Gary?
That I can think of right now.
Thank
Emily.
you for your honesty.
Is this to me or to...
To Emily.
Is that a question?
No, that's just usually what he says.
Oh.
I was just trying it out. It sounded
Hmm.
like fun to say.
Thank you for your honesty, Emily. And Viaria will work on your delivery.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right, we'll work on it.
The ethics committee will have a field day with this, but should be fine.
Is that? Do they? Is the ethics committee under a specific god, or is that like an ad hoc committee that you can just join?
It's more or less an ad hoc committee that we gathered from a bunch of philosophers. They're not a god per se. they are a bunch of morons who talk to each other. Both Viari and I can agree on one thing, and that's that they are idiots who get nothing done but judge the work of those that came before them. They
So annoying.
Hasn't Gottfried at several times claimed to be either on or the leader of the ethics committee?
Yes, and
Yes,
this is why
he's not.
we continue to tell him he's not, because he's never met the ethics committee, because the ethics committee doesn't like Godfrey.
The ethics
Right.
committee are a nightmare. They made my job hell.
They
back
have
when
to
I
talk
used to
for.
work.
They have to. Every single one gets their chance to speak, and every single one of them can talk for so goddamn long, and they will take forever discussing whether or not something was ethical. And until they have come to a conclusion on the ethics of it, which we can all understand is probably taking a long time, we cannot progress with the proceedings. They are held back in their current filings over 340,000 years. You may speed up the process and get something pushed through to the front, but that is usually a process reserved for certain gods and certain things that are happening.
Every single time I used to have a job, they would always go on this big, long tirade or tangent, and they would like be back and forth trying to figure things out, and the result was always the same. Was it ethical? Probably not. Was it did it need to be done anyway? And was it ultimately the outcome better than if we'd not done anything in the first place, or if we'd done it differently? Yes. Every time.
Well, all right then. I'm sorry I asked. Jeepers creepers.
Sorry, Vader. It's just you do not want
No.
to need them.
Oh no! I believe you. That was not a slight against either of you. I'm genuine. I'm glad I'm informed, but I'm genuinely sorry I asked, because it seems like you've had some.
You do
trouble
not
with
want to
them.
meet Aristotle. He's so annoying.
Oh no!
He is a bastard.
Get him and Plato into the same room with one another. Oh my god.
First, they have to
Fuck,
spend the
that's
first
Gary's
5 minutes
not.
kissing and making out, trying to say how much they love the other somewhat more. But
I feel like
No.
Plato was
Wait.
very against
Wait.
that. Like,
Yeah,
didn't
you
he-
would
Lies.
think, but
Lies.
Really? Are we? You?
Was
the
are
only
we
one
talking
I
about
kind of
Plato
like
the
is
wrestler?
Socrates. Socrates is
Pla-
not so
Plato
bad.
the wrestler.
They're both
But I
in
think
there.
I think Socrates was okay because he's more annoyed at the rest of them for like the whole how he died thing.
Diogenes refuses to interact unless there's a quote needed to be made, and then in which case he'll come up with something quippy in the last moment.
Right.
Then we have then we got Mill and Kant and whoever wrote
Archimedes.
utilitarianism. They're always like, does this make the net outcome happier? And we're like, what happiness units are you using?
yeah. Anyway,
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
The ethics committee
Oh.
is a sore spot.
This is a different side.
Yeah,
of Garrick that I've ever seen.
I've sensed we've touched on something sensitive here, and we can experience it and move along.
You don't want to experience it, but fair enough.
I mean that we
Emily.
experience what we just experienced just now was us experiencing
okay.
it.
Emily,
Yes.
just as an FYI, if you do see the little twink fuck again, he's not with us. Any of his actions are not reflective of our mission here. How's about that, Ace?
He's
Don't worry about it. Just
But
don't
you're with
trust him.
Alistair.
And he's not anymore.
Well, if he does show up, I'll kill him all the same. If we can. He did seem quite strong. We could overwhelm him. We have enough. Hopefully. But I do think that you say there's a god in the... There's a thing pretending to be Alistair in the government right now?
Yeah, it's either a different god or just someone else pretending to be a god.
I mean, we've been told that there are members of the Chaos Pantheon that are currently in this universe fucking around. Or dimension, or whatever the fuck. And,
So,
you know, it's the whole reason we're here is to try and stop them. We believe that that is probably tied to it, the Alistair pretender. But could be something else entirely.
in that case... If they're pretending to be Alistair, they must have some way to show their power. The very least, to convince the whole government. Do you think the government created them, or do you think the government found them? They came to the government? Do you...
I think either. I assume they likely came to the government. If I had to guess, I would think that someone high. Well, I would say I'd guess that someone high up would know. I'm sure someone knows the truth somewhere.
I mean,
But-
it's entirely possible that they're just using the bullets that they stole from Argus to fake their abilities. I mean, Alistair's kind of known for embargo, and you know, if they're using those bullets, then and disseminating weaker ones amongst the ranks, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Well, in any case, we won't be able to take government down without interfacing with them.
All right, I'll figure it out one way or another. Thank you, Emily.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, take care. We have, hopefully those 60,000 troops, those 6,000 troops have made their way to the musicians by now. And are being put to somewhat use.
Yeah.
You were dismissed.
Thanks.
I
So
just get dismissed.
we were in their tower. Whoever owns a tower gets to dismiss people. It's just basic wizard rules. So
Sorry, I wouldn't know.
circling back to earlier, looking at both Viari and Gary. So what's any more details on the Z situation? Would love to know.
By Z's situation, do you mean what happened? Do you mean their status? I'm a little bit confused. What Z's situation exactly?
You mentioned offhand that they were a warlock of Alistair.
Of
And
Alistair.
then
Well, did you not know that is?
no.
Well, apparently, Alistair just, you were a good influence on Z's, so he just didn't worry too much about him because Z's didn't listen anyway, and he let Z's hang around you because you were doing a good job. And he just kind of kept an eye where he could.
Right, but do you know why?
Why?
Why he became a warlock in the first place?
Oh, it was, so his parents sort of signed him over in exchange for, understanding of how the Feywild worked or something like that. Because he was he was the son of Godfried and... Sorry, he was the grandson of Godfried. Godfried and this Fey woman had him as a baby. And then... Yeah, I forget. It's been a week.
Godfrey's son and a Fey woman, a high-up member of the Fey court, had a son together, and Alistair approached them and said, I would love to understand the Feywild. This is a land that has always vexed me. And they agreed, and the agreement was, we may grant you understanding if you ensure our boy grows up to be a good and honorable son. And Alistair has done that to the best of his ability. However, from what I can tell, sometime shortly after being born, Alistair went to the Divine Contract and realized that Z's is an individual broiled in, to put it shorthanded, chaotic instability, and quickly figured out that this would be a task that not even maybe he could outright do in good faith. Discovering, though, that another individual with a similarly appropriate and ironic name was being born nearby, realized that this one would be one broiled in much more ordered manner, and at the very least tried to get them to meet, which they did, and eventually became, well, UNCs. That is, at least, more or less, something. I think I got that right. I did write it down.
Yeah. Huh. So, Alistair set us up?
No.
I think that it could be what is, and by set you up you mean played matchmaker potentially. I don't think this was his intent, if that makes sense.
Yeah, not like set us up like in the bad way, but like yeah, matchmaker. Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
I think he more saw it as you would be a good influence on Z's. I don't think he foretold whatever is currently happening between
Fair.
Yeah.
you two. I hope you know we have submitted what is currently happening between you two to the ethics committee, and it is the longest standing debate that has been tabled.
Sure.
I'd love to read the minutes of those meetings.
It hasn't ended. Once it ends, we will let you know what the conclusion is.
Noted. Hmm.
So, just to be clear, if I have this right, Z's was introduced to us as Aze's boy toy, is Viari's effective older brother, and is
Okay,
directly
he was
Godfried's
adopted.
grandson.
Yes.
You're also adopted, Viari.
Yeah, I know. We got the same adoptive
Just
parents.
want to make sure I have that right.
Counts.
That seems to be the
Right.
veritable mess of connections.
Good. Next thing you're going to tell me Eleanor and I are brother and sister.
No, you're not
Somehow
related
I'm-
anyway. I think the only one, I think Z's stands to be related to you in some way, though, so be prepared for that.
I still think he's one of the cats.
The what?
The cats.
Finish that sentence, I dare you.
There's cats.
What cats?
Don't worry about it.
Either way, Z's is somehow related to at least 3 of you.
I think we can make a 4th. Fada, what do you have any dark secrets you haven't told us?
Nope.
You already do
I am
the thing.
literally the god of lies.
thing.
I am literally the god of lies.
Check him.
I don't know why you keep.
Check him if he's lying. Check him if he's lying.
Am I rolling?
Yeah.
I mean, Fada's technically telling the truth.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not-
not
No,
true. Bullshit.
technically.
That's not-
Technically.
If you throw a technically in this game, you're deceiving. That's deception. Deception
That's a
check.
35.
No, Fada's technically telling the truth.
Sure.
35.
And I'm technically
Can I have
not
advantage?
farting.
Because I don't believe him.
I mean, Viari, you know.
Do I know?
I'm pretty sure. I think Fada's told you his history.
Is it about the cats?
What's up with the
I
cats?
don't remember. I don't remember what I know though. I know that I know vaguely about the cat.
Yeah. I mean, Fada's not saying anything.
I will say that,
Hey.
Viara, you are
Oh,
aware
nice.
that Fada right now has things in his mind that he could tell in this situation, but isn't.
And is refusing to.
Yes.
I mean, I also picked up on that with
Yeah,
that
I
roll.
don't think it took a
Yeah.
roll
Yeah.
for that.
But yeah, you are aware at the very least.
Yeah.
Like, you can actionably know this information.
You never told me what happened with that. Where they went.
I don't know. They just weren't there.
How old were you?
I genuinely don't know. I don't even know how old I am now, technically. I just kind of picked a day. At the time, no idea.
Did they say anything to you when they left? Before they vanished? How many were there?
I want to say 5. Sometimes more, sometimes less. There were a few that were more consistent.
Gary.
Fuck it. Ace, I was, as far as I'm aware, until probably early childhood at the very least, I was discovered in the back alleyway of a city by a group of feline fae. They took me in as I am a changeling. I was able to blend in with them, and they were able to blend in with me, ere I was more human, or human appearing. And then one day they disappeared. And I never heard from them again.
Gary,
Mm-hmm.
do you think you could find out the truth of what happened?
I don't want to know. You can find out, and you can have that knowledge. But if you do, do not tell me, because I do not want to know.
Why?
I just don't.
I get it. If it ever comes up in my reports, I'll look for it, I'll find it, but I will not tell you, Feda. You have my word.
I appreciate it. I'd like both of your words as well. You have my permission to know, but I do not want you to tell me, ever.
Understood. You have my word.
I want you to promise me that, Viari.
Stamp it. Stamp it!
Thank you.
Unless you ask and change your mind.
Sure.
Considering you stamped it, you do know that this is an official contract now. And this
I
will be
know.
submitted to Alistair for purview and review.
With the caveat, unless he changes his mind.
That technically wasn't added, but like that's always withstanding. Contract holders may revoke their contract at any given time. So, that's a rule that we put in place because of VRA. The
Oh shit, really?
promise rule, yeah.
I was like 2. How else was I going to sign a contract? I couldn't write yet.
She thought Alistair was her imaginary best friend.
He let me believe it.
Oh.
You
That's
would-
when I learned to see in the dark and turn invisible.
Yeah, you know, this actually makes a lot of things make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't like... I just lived on the streets up until... and in foster homes up until I was like 10.
No, so did Z's is the thing. And the like turning invisible and imaginary friend thing. Like that's why this all makes sense. There's like a 1,000-year-old backlog just kind of getting. Also the whole Feywild thing never really told me where you got that magic item, so makes sense.
Alistair, did you give Z's a magic item in the Feywild?
I'd like for you to define given.
Did you leave it for him? Give it to him, like pass it over to him? Did you
It wasn't
put
a-
it in his way so that he could stumble across it? Did you, in any of the reasonable interpretations of the word given, bestow upon Z's a magic item in the Feywild
Well, it wasn't in the Feywild, it was that got us to the Feywild.
that got you to him to the Feywild?
bestow is a strong word, but I accept the terms of the word given. I had a hand in Z's and A's discovery of a certain item which allowed planar travel.
Did Zeus ask for it?
How do you describe ask?
Did he
Oh my
want,
gosh.
and in any reasonable interpretation of the word ask, request, or indicate that he wanted?
I'd like to add a
And was willing
modifier.
to make a deal. Sure.
Begged and cried for this item.
So he wanted to get them to both to the Feywild that first time.
Yes.
Was his plan to steal A's away?
No.
What was his plan?
We don't need to.
Ace, would you like a present?
We're in a sharing mood.
A present?
I may cast silence on you so that you may not hear.
No, you can say it, I guess, if you're just going to say it, just...
To say that Z's had a plan is to give him far more credit than he deserves.
He just thought it'd be fun.
He wanted to show somebody that he liked and cared about, something that he thought was cool and that he knew.
The Feywild.
Yes.
Did he know that they would get stuck there? Did he know that he didn't know how to get back?
He knew. That
He knew
was-
how to get back.
No, he knew that he would be doing something dangerous. He just assumed that he'd figure the way out. Same way he figured his way in. Same way that he figured out most things. Without a plan, flying by the seat of his pants, hoping that something would work their way into their hands. But that's not how the Feywild works, necessarily.
No, it's not.
They were a child, and they made a mistake. I don't know if you've done that too.
Well, it all worked out in the end. No harm, no foul. Right, Ace?
Oh, absolutely.
Insight check?
Yeah.
Deception check.
I don't know what I'm...
You can DM it to me. You can DM it to me. I just need to know.
I'll
Yeah,
DM
15.
you. Hold on.
Alright.
Where...
Yeah, best I got is a 15. Insight, not my strong suit on this sheet.
Yeah, I only rolled a 10. I got to 30, but I
And
only
on the
rolled a
die,
10.
or oh, okay, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, I was like, wait, what?
No, the lowest I can get is a 21.
That's wild. Level 20, baby.
I hate rolling low enough that I know that someone can beat it. With deception.
Can I roll? Can I roll to, like, something? I don't know.
In your case, there's no roll to be had. I rule.
Okay.
Viari, you know that in Aze's eyes, what they just said was true. At least it wasn't a lie. To keep my lexicon consistent.
Okay. Well, if we're not mad at Z's, then
Then...
Alistair already knows this. And I wanted to find a way to tell you guys, but I didn't want to tell Alistair because I didn't think Alistair would be happy with it, and I didn't think he would want to... He'd try to stop me, but he knows that this is the plan, and I want you to know that I am telling you because I trust you, and I want this to go well, and I don't want to hurt you in the process.
You know how I feel about being told things. Do I need to know? Is it important that I know?
If you don't know, I don't want it to hurt you later on, and then I don't want you to be upset that I've hurt you later on.
Knowledge is power, Viari. Yeah, I assumed as much. Power goes both ways.
What do you mean?
Question. If you know something, does C's know it?
Not literally, no. Just
Would you keep it?
I'm not very good at keeping secrets in general. I mean, I try, but Z's kind of could read me very easily.
Yeah.
Well, then I can just not tell you, but I really don't want you to get mad at me later. And just know that when all this goes down, I am doing this not to mess with you specifically.
Okay.
VR, what the fuck are you talking about? You're talking around this, and it's taking forever, and I'm very confused as to what we're doing here. Is this something I should know about?
Gary, it's fine.
I'm gonna ping Gary. I'm trying to figure out a plan to get Z's kicked out of godhood and interrupt their game. Don't tell anyone.
That's a horrible idea.
And why?
It's a horrible idea.
Why?
Viari, I only have so many words to describe how selfish you are being right now.
He's a chaos god.
That's your friend.
Okay. But Z's is on the other side of the...
Getting him kicked out of godhood is probably going to be worse for us in the long run. We have a spy that we can manipulate.
What?
A's can
What are
play
you talking
Z's
about?
like a goddamn fiddle. Z's is complications. He's not acting with any sort of plan. He says he has a plan. He's never had a plan. I've reviewed every single thing he's ever done. That man's moral compass flings around and swings with less direction than an airplane without a wing.
Are you guys?
I don't know
is
what
this
an
the
airplane
telepathic?
is.
Am I just watching you guys
You're
emote?
watching them think super angrily at each other.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Look, I like very few people. I like Ace. Why are you hurting them? This hurts them more than it hurts
I'm
C's.
not hurting. I'm not trying to hurt them. This isn't about hurting them.
Then tell them. Tell them the plan.
I was just going to.
Then don't stop taking so long. Tell them. Or I will.
Okay. Ace. I'm gonna get Z's kicked out of godhood to interrupt the game to just fuck with him a bit and get him out of the Chaos Pantheon to help smooth over. Well, ideally,
What game?
I don't know, the thing that you guys have going on. I think of it like a game. Just a temporary hiccup so that he's focused on getting back in the ring instead of whatever it is he's doing in Chaos.
What do you mean getting back in the ring?
I don't know, getting back on the same level as you because part of your game is being on the same level.
Don't do that.
Why?
That's a bad idea. That's just bad. I'm sorry. Okay. First of all, Z's won't give a shit if they're kicked out of chaos, frankly. Like, at all.
Okay,
Genuinely.
but chaos might if they lose the god of complications.
They'll either get him back or they'll train their sights on you for doing it. Or then not only do we have, at least right now, Z's is sort of like curtailed by being ordered around. You just want to let Z's loose on everything with not quite the power of a god, but pretty damn close to just wander around because you don't like the way we flirt with each other.
It also makes
That's got nothing to do with it. This isn't about you.
If he's mortal again,
I'm
he's not.
clearly.
I'm telling you to try to. Okay.
Why? So how does telling me help? What am I supposed to do with this information?
Well, because I wanted to know how you'd feel about it, but and also make sure that it wasn't going to hurt you. But clearly, you're already upset, and
I mean, it's not so much that I'm hurt. I just think it's dumb.
okay, I'm heading back to camp. Bye, guys. And I'm going to teleport out.
Okay.
Gary sits there and just goes, I'm gonna... Actually, I've gotta go to the Pantheon again. I've gotta fill out some forms.
Yeah.
Gotta officially stamp the hurdy-gurdy into the Pantheon. It's a word ceremony. You're all welcome.
Oh,
I'll let you
nice.
know in a few days.
Yeah, we'll be there for T-Bone's ascension.
All praise T-Bone. Right. T-Bone, the hurdy-gurdy plays a little tune and they exit.
Hey,
We're gonna
Ace,
go
can we talk?
break.
Okay.
Thank you all so much for watching the first half of PP Game, episode 33. We will be back in 15 minutes at 10 past. Please go grab some snacks, grab some food, grab some water, and see you all then while our players go and have a wee bit of a break. Bye-bye!
Bravo!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Paperwork. I just burped. Paperwork Pantheon, and I went and checked my mail. Everyone, if you've been following this saga since the start of this episode, Amelia got a lot of people in our friend group Valentines, and she gave me and Lexi monster trucks. Vroom vroom.
I was just, I guess, the only one who didn't get a Valentine.
Move closer. Live closer.
Also, I think my cat package includes a lot more than just monster truck.
It does. You're welcome.
Very touchy.
So, well,
I'm sure it
but
does.
does it include a monster truck at all?
Yes, that's what Amelia said.
Amelia, does it include a monster truck? Can you confirm?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a Valentine for Brooke.
Okay. Monster truck.
Monster
Anyway,
truck.
we got monster trucks now. And when we last left off, the party was connecting a lot of dots. Finally, after episodes and episodes of groundwork, half a year of dot laying, you could say. Dots have been connected and addressed, and somewhat of a fight, a spackle, if you will, has mustered. A discomfort. A single instance of discomfort happened.
Can I
Gary-
just be a cocky little asshole and momentarily just be like, how long have I had this theory that Z's was the last warlock that Alistair had to deal with? How long have I had this theory?
You've had it since episode like 7.
Yeah.
I'm so
Very
good at
close
conspiracies.
to the beginning.
So good at conspiracies.
Yeah, but you never confirmed it, so
Yeah, but Big Pharma is behind it all, and we know this for a
Brooklyn.
fact.
Big
What?
Beta?
Brooklyn.
well, holy shit, Tucker Carlson, is
Bro-
that you?
Amelia?
Yo, is that
Beta is actually just a tech
Happy
bro. He is the
place.
new Elizabeth Holmes
Happy
of the
place.
Feywild.
Happy place.
They have been
Happy place.
putting
Elizabeth
stuff
Holmes,
in the
deep
water.
cut.
a
Deep cut.
cut.
All right. I like that.
Imagine you could cast every single spell you would need in a day with one single spell slot.
Oh God, no, that Viari would absolutely be running that ML.
Yeah, VR well came as gaslight
Come
gatekeep
on.
girl boss. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those are
Elizabeth.
literally the
VR
nicknames
is
of your character
Elizabeth
sheets.
Holmes. Theta is the FTX guy.
I'm Steve
Oh.
Jobs.
Ace,
Well,
You
Ace is.
are.
I'm not. I'm too
Ace
cool
is
to be
Steve
Steve
Jobs or
Jobs.
Steve Wozniak. Because they don't get enough credit.
Oh.
So true.
So true.
But Ace is all about the presentation.
Mhm. Are you Megamind? Are you
Ace, I'm not.
suggesting
Beta?
you're Megamind?
I mean, any good
Beta?
villain is. Ace isn't a villain yet.
Beta's Bill Gates, like trying to do good work or whatever, but is still a problem. And
Yeah, you're like,
Also
the
still
Bill and
fucks
Melinda
up.
Gates Foundation has done good things, but like, what is going on with that stuff with Washington State and school money, you know?
yeah,
Like, you are
I'll
curing
take
malaria, so
Bill
you do
Gates.
have that. You did buy all
Got
those
that
Yeah,
under
things.
your
yeah.
thumb. Godfrey is
developing
just
genetically
Steve Jobs.
modified sweet potatoes to fulfill the nutritional needs of
Godfried is
people
Pete
in
Davidson.
difficult terrain.
Godfrey is
Godfrey
areas.
is Pete Davidson. Very true.
Just slinging and telling dick.
slinging dick all over the place.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah, I'm like really good at being funny.
Honestly, one of the best at it. One of the best at being funny and the people that I know, yes. But with that being said, the party. Viari, you make your way back
A's
to
is
Kid
Hillary
Camp.
Clinton.
I will say it is near the end of the day at this point. It is like night.
Power
You guys have been like, it's like well into the middle of the night. It's like 2 a.m. ish, you might say. Like, so what do you guys do? We'll start with
Well,
Theta, A's, and Theta and A's back at but the blood camp.
We need to talk.
Okay. Lay it on me.
I don't understand. I don't understand you and Z's. I never have. Because at this point, we have established that this individual that you keep around has actively made manifest the worst thing to happen in 2 of your friends' lives. And yet, there isn't even a single moment of doubt that you would defend them. And I don't understand how you can look us in the eyes and be okay with that.
Hmm. I think that's fair.
Look, Ace, I understand that unless we learn more about Godfrey, although I'm pretty sure we've carbon dated his bones to long after you and Z's both existed, I understand that out of all of us, you existed long before, and out of all of us, you will probably exist long after. I get it. And I get that you have a history with him. And maybe what we talked about before is true. Maybe I do need to let go of this mortal side of myself and move on and not have the attachments to the feelings that I do. But I need you to understand why Viari wanted to do that. I need you to understand why Z's I need you to acknowledge how much his existence has hurt us.
I know. It's... I don't want you to think that I don't hear or don't care about your feelings. It's not just about time. It's complicated between us, and it's hard to accommodate other people, and it usually hasn't been an issue. I don't want you to think that I am... If Viari wants to get rid of Z's godhood, I am not going to stand in their way. I think that it's not going to make them feel better. I don't think it's going to accomplish what they want. And assuming you do too, I don't think this is going to fix things. I think everything around Z's is just going to get more complicated the more you feed into it. And I'm sorry.
From a selfish standpoint, all I have ever wanted was to prove that I wasn't alone. All I ever wanted was for someone that I've given gifts, chances to rise up and do what I did. And I know that I made a mistake with Eleanor, and I own that. I do. But, please.
Okay.
But Z's sacrificed his own child to put her in my path so perfectly, so that everything happened the way that it did. I hear you. And I know that feeding into him is just going to make things worse. Please understand, it is difficult not to want some sort of revenge. And compared to Viari, I got off easy.
I know. I don't think what happened with Eleanor was your fault at all. I know. We've had this.
There are parts of that I own. And I'm working on that.
I am struggling here a lot to understand and empathize with the emotions you are feeling. But I am trying.
That's all I needed. That's all I... Thank you.
And for what it's worth, I don't think, in my experience, doing things for the purpose of revenge usually leads to sloppy work. And I don't think it's going to give Viari what they want. Sincerely. Not just because of how I feel about Z's
From
And
a logical standpoint.
I just worry what's going to happen after. Because I don't particularly want two of the people I care about most in the world to be fighting each other beyond death, but I also don't know what to really do about that.
I'll say this. I think that if you don't want them at each other's throats, then something needs to be done about everything that he has done in the past. He needs to atone somehow, whether it be through words or actions or both. As far as Eleanor is concerned, I'm square. I've talked to you about it. You trying to understand is helpful, and I am going to do my best to move on. But what happened to Viari affected her entire being. And I cannot speak for her. But some sort of recompense is owed.
I think that's reasonable.
At this point, I'm going to pan over to Viari. Viari, as you appear, somewhat, I assume, upsetty, spaghetti. You get a ping. Viari? It's scrap. It's scrap. We gotta... Holy fuck. I'm in so much shit. You have no idea how
Talk to
much...
me,
This is so bad. This is
What's
so
happened?
bad. Oh my god.
Are you safe?
Maybe? I don't know.
Alright.
So...
Where are you?
Few problems. I'm stuck inside the Ministry of Space. I have the map. I have the map. It's in my pocket. I've got the map. But okay. There's two gods. There is two chaos gods. Write this down, please. Please write this down.
Yeah.
I had to
Okay.
kill a lot of people to get this information. I had this information to get through because I'm gonna try and live, but holy fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna. There's two chaos gods. There's the god of ignition and the god of catalysts. Two of them, okay? They're separate. They pretend to be the same person.
Okay.
They are.
Alistair?
Yes. That's who they told me they were. They weren't him though. They're so not boring. Oh my god, I passed through a doorway and they instantly figured out what the fuck was going on. They smelled the warlock, had the warlock shit on me, and I shot them in the face. And they're like, what the fuck is this embargo bullet? And I said yes, and I ran, and then they couldn't catch me though. Thankfully, it worked, I think. Holy fuck, I need to kiss Frankie on the face when I get back. But I ran, and then, oh my god, I am now stuck in a room, and I've locked it.
Okay.
But
Listen to me.
I think they're coming, and I can hear their
You know the
footsteps.
necklace. You know the necklace around your neck?
It doesn't work.
Okay.
I hopped into the necklace,
Okay.
and then when I tried to plane shift out, it didn't work. I didn't leave. I got turned to what they call point zero.
Okay.
I tried to leave hours ago.
Alright. We're coming in. All right, I need you to. Do you have any VRs with
Don't
you?
come in. Don't come in. I do have some VRs. I'm gonna get out. But
Okay,
please don't
what's your
come in.
plan? Talk me through
Okay,
this.
so here's the plan. I've got the map, right? I've got the map,
Yep.
right? One of the VRs is copying it as we speak in the necklace. Okay? We have a copy of the map. It's very big though and might take a while. My plan
Okay.
is I'm gonna get out of here. Some teleportation works, but they've got the whole thing rigged up so that whenever you teleport in here, unless you have a certified ID badge, you get returned to what they call point 0. I tried this as soon as I entered so that I knew that I had an escape plan, and I did. But I kept going. I imagine a lot of the other warlocks are gonna get put into a similar situation, though. I think
Do
they're
you
gonna.
have the ability to get a hold of one of those ID badges?
You're right. I could. You hear a ruffling of paper as he unfolds this map. Yeah, I can find a guy. I can kill him and take the badge.
Okay. Now, are there any other warlocks in there with you? Or are you the only one that went to space?
2 went to space. I'm the only one here, though. We got separated.
Okay. Are you able to ping the rest of the crowd?
re-
Get the VRs to do it, if they can.
I can. They've been trying. I assume they have already.
Okay, good. I want them to be relaying the plan in terms of getting these badges and getting out.
Okay.
If you meet up with any of them, I want you to stick together. If you do not meet up with any of them, I want you to prioritize getting yourself out, and we will worry about them.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Scrap,
Okay. Yeah.
you did really well. You handled that so well, okay? I'm really proud of you. That's a really difficult situation to be in.
Oh my God, they're so scary. They said they're gonna kill me. They're so fast.
But you're faster.
I don't think so. I think I just shot them really good. I'm done.
Do you have any more embargo bullets on you?
Got one more. I can stop them once.
Okay. Alright. So,
But there's
how
two
are
of
you
them.
going to get this back?
There's 2 of them.
Two
They're the same body though. 2 gods, 1 body. 2 gods, 1 body.
Two gods,
We got a Janice situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, oh God, what did they say? Oh shit, I've gotta go. I'm sorry. I've gotta focus. I'll tell you when I get out of here.
Okay, stay safe.
And the line goes dark.
Okay. Alistair, is there any way I can watch what's going on?
Fortunately, no. Best thing you can do right now is sit tight.
Alright.
Do you have any possible ways of maybe creating a distraction for them to ease their escape?
We can use a VR-me?
Potentially. The army might work, but... it could work. You could get a good distraction with the army.
Okay. They're gonna know something's up, but...
The rest of your party would like to remind you about somebody named Jeremiah.
Oh, yeah!
I literally typed in the chat.
Hey, you know what? I did forget
Jeremiah, go.
Yeah.
And Lily was like, Brooke doesn't look at the chat.
I don't. No, I don't look at the StreamYard chat. All right. V364, can you go grab Jeremiah for me? You know that weird guy who wanted to miss
He's here.
Jeremiah, amazing. All right, so I currently have some warlocks in danger inside the Ministry of Space, and we need a distraction to help get them out. We also need to just get them out and get them out safely. This is what they look like, and I'm going to press to digitate little images of their faces. I don't know. I'll make a wall dirty in an image of their face, like so that you can.
I'm gonna take a piece of bread. I'm gonna toast it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
With prestidigitation. This is what they look like. But they may be in disguise. We need to get them out. We need to get them out safely. One of them has incredibly important documentation on them that is going to be the linchpin of future plans. I need you to understand the importance of this. Their safety is our priority, okay?
Sir, yes, sir!
Amazing, Jeremiah. I love your attitude. I am so happy to bring you on board. All right. What do you know about the Ministry of Space? Do you have any...
They're very powerful. Lots of weapons, lots of machines, lots of bullets, lots of guns.
Okay, well, we have also been informed that there are in fact 2 Chaos Gods, both sharing one body, occupying the Ministry of Space at the moment, so any kind of teleportation is going to be shut down and is going to be monitored. If you try to teleport without a certified ID badge, I think it was, you are going to be teleported back to point 0. The point 0, I assume it is somewhere in that building. I didn't get the location from the Warlock before they cut out. Somebody was coming. Just know that teleportation is incredibly limited. But causing
All right, I'll
a
do
distraction
it.
from the... Okay, amazing. Causing distraction from the inside would be good. We're gonna try to do something with the army as well. Probably on the outside.
Soon, oh, bloodshed.
Okay, but please try to accomplish the job before trying to get yourself killed.
Oh, it's not within my reasoning to get myself killed. Death has me when it earns me. For glory. Ah! And he just warps through, and in an explosion of blood is off like a rocket towards the ministry. You look up in the sky.
Dude, that was hard as fuck.
The blood lights and flames in a phoenix as he flies up and begins to crash down. You hear speaking out, "I am your reckoning, you space gnats! I am blood incarnate!" Ah! And you see this inferno crash down upon them.
That was weirdly effective.
You hear sirens begin blaring in the distance.
God damn, Jerry, let's go.
And so
That's wild.
you begin watching in a spectacle of violence of some variety. He is just fucking. There see blood waves reaching and climaxing and crashing down and sweeping away swarms of robots. As the anti-magic bombs are shot, you watch as he instantly dispels them and sends them away. You watch as he summons a meteorite to crash down upon it. You watch as he continues to, he takes somebody, sacrifices their body to bloodshed to cast another 9th level spell and sends it at somebody. You watch as you begin hearing blaring out. This is all so loud the entire bandit camps, everyone can hear. Attention! Attention! All troops return to base! All troops return to base! Direct attack on the government camps! We need all forces! All forces! Jeremiah, the blood god! Jeremiah, the blood fiend! Jeremiah, the one who takes all, is on camp! Please, please return immediately, all forces!
Oh, I was not expecting that to be as effective as it was.
Holy
Chewie waddles up to you and then just wraps his arms around your leg.
I'm just gonna hug him. And
Spits out a ring from a VR.
Chewie, did you eat my simulacrum?
Spits out a rock.
I'm just gonna pick up the ring, dust it off. It's still good.
You hear a ping from Scrap. What the fuck did you do?
Sent in reinforcements.
Holy fuck, it worked.
Yeah, it's some crazy blood mage named Jeremiah from the Blood Bandits.
Is he the actual blood god? They kept calling him that.
I don't know. I've met Bloodshed.
Oh, you've met her?
Yeah, I fought her once.
Did you win?
She's so tough. She killed me. I mean, I technically won.
It was
but I only won
awesome.
because it was 2v1. It was awesome. She gave me a spell just for me to use.
You know the blood magic?
Yeah.
That's sacred.
Anyway, are you getting out?
Oh yeah. I'm
What's your plan?
hightailing it right now.
Right. Okay. How far out? How far away from getting out are you? And also, have you found any of the others?
None of the others so far. Map is
Okay.
very it's not very. It's I should be. I'll let you know. I'm gonna put this away so it doesn't get covered in blood. There's a lot of it. It's like a foot deep at this point. I don't know whose it is.
That's fair. That's fair. Did you just say Rap is the name of the other kid?
No. I'm saying like the paper's folding
Oh,
and it's
you're
wrapped up.
rapping.
and
Oh, I
smuggled.
see.
We gotta
Sorry.
wait,
Sorry.
you
What are the names of the other kids? I'll see if I can reach out to them.
know? Well, Jackathan, but you know, I already talked about him.
Yeah.
We got Federico. He's got a brother Frederick. And then we got Ferdinand, no relation.
Ferdinand. And did Frederick go in there as well?
friends?
Is this Federico?
Yeah. Those are at
Okay,
least the ones that went here. I'm pretty sure you sent Abby. Abby, we like Abby. Abby's so fun. Abby went all the way to the Ministry of Manufacturing.
Okay.
Abby went with Penelope.
Okay.
Fuck. Oh god, I can't think right now. I'll tell you more later. I'm sorry.
No, that's fair. I really just needed to know how many kids I needed to get out of there. You're doing great, Scrap. Remember, think about your kit and use your options to your advantage. Any kind of environmental advantage that you have.
Right. Yes.
And don't be afraid to use your magic.
Okay. And
You've
so
got this.
line goes dark again. Shots and explosions are happening in the background. You look to the skies and you see that missiles, you see mechs have been mobilized and are heading their way over to the Ministry of Space from both finance and manufacturing.
Al,
Christ, Jeremiah.
Yeah?
is this what it's always like?
What do you mean?
When your warlocks go in and things are going wrong?
Oh, exactly.
Is this how it was with me?
Somewhat. I didn't usually send in a big blood mage to do it. But it's scary. They'll be fine.
Yeah. He's just a kid, Al. I shouldn't have used a spy network this time. I've never sent in a kid spy network to do a job this big. They usually just gather rumors and information off the streets.
Yeah. It's a little different. I'm not going to tell you whether or not you should or shouldn't have done this, but we are here. You gotta make the best of where you're at. You've made these decisions. Gotta come to terms with them and make the best of them.
Okay. Any advice?
Try not to beat yourself up. Don't panic. They're gonna need a leader when they get back. I would come up with a plan to receive the injured, to treat the wounds, get information from the kids.
Okay. Okay, that's good advice. Also, thanks for the distraction idea.
No problem. I didn't quite realize that this Jeremiah existed. But this is good.
Why did they call him the blood god? That's not a thing, right? He's not actually a god.
No.
Okay.
This is probably a rumor.
This is like Bloodshed's favorite warlock or something.
Maybe. But those are wizard powers, so I don't know really what's happening here. I'll ask Bloodshed about it, see what she has to say about this. Maybe it's a favor thing, maybe it's a... I don't know, but no, this Jeremiah is not a god, it's a...
Good to know. Good to know. Okay, thanks, I'll get to work. And I'm going to, as soon as I disconnect from Al, I'm going to turn to the camp. And I assume that the kids don't really know what's happening right now. Like
they're kind of all just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, okay. All right, kids. How many of you have medical training?
You see like 2 or 3 raise their hand.
All right, I want you prepping the medical tent over there. I want you getting as many supplies ready for when the rest of the kids get back, or the rest of our agents get back. Yes?
Oh, I just kept my hand up.
Oh, no problem. I want you prepping, and everyone else is going to be taking instructions from them for the moment, okay? Right now, these guys are going to tell you what they need, and I want you to get it for them. Any kind of medical supplies, you get first priority. The rest of you, I want you on the lookout to see if anyone other than our own agents are coming back or following us. I want our defenses being set up. Godfried has had you guys preparing it, and I'm going to have the V Army helping you out, okay?
At this point, by the way, everything is more or less in place and being built. Like the fortifications are happening, the tunnel network has been dug. Godfried has just been busily at work all day making these things.
I have a couple of V Army, like VRs, at the ready, and I'm like, all right, we're going to cast heal on these kids the second we get them back. I want them checked for conditions. I want their hit points up to max. I want them to be anything that you need to do. Just get them healed.
Sir, yes, sir. Back with...
Okay.
Yes, Feda?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, you're good.
Yeah. But I was going to, at the very least, with Biari situating this plan into place, back with Feda and Aze, having had your discussion, what would you like to do? Are you guys going to return to the camp?
I think we head back.
Yeah, I was gonna say I imagine one of the V Army that's still within the Blood Bandit camp has apprised us of the situation, and I think we...
Okay, you guys are sent back to Viari and the camp.
I am going to ping the VR network and be like, if we see any kind of attack coming our way, especially large scale, I want you guys rimming the camp, and I want you ready to true polymorph into beholders and anti-magic fields everywhere. Like, point those eyes away, anti-magic fields everywhere around the camp so that we have a wall of anti-magic.
Sir, yes, sir.
Hey, we're back. We heard what's going on. What do we need to do? What do you need us?
The kids are just got to get out of the Ministry of Space. Just something's gone wrong. There are 2 gods, not one, and there is the god of ignition, the god of catalyst. Both are pretending to be Alistair, and apparently they're 2 gods, but they share one body. I'm just trying to get some kids out. It's fine.
Okay.
I don't
all right.
need your help or anything. You can just relax. We've got it all under control.
Biari.
Okay.
I'm really sorry. I'm in the middle of working. Can't wait.
Yeah, if you want it to wait, it can wait.
Okay, thanks. And I'm going to hurry off and help the kids with the medical supplies.
Shit.
Charlie
I'm gonna
appears and goes, Viari's bad at knowing what to do sometimes, so I've taken the position of ad hoc Viari. Now, if you want to be put to good use in this situation rather than sitting around doing nothing, as I think my compatriot Viari would attest is what she would like, maybe the best decision would be to go stand out in the front lines with the beholders near the direction of the ministries and patrol the area, stop any incoming government troops if they are trying to launch a re-attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna check on Frankie real quick and then I'll out.
Honestly, if you're lying, I don't care, but go check on Frankie either way. Frankie
Theta's
waddles.
gonna get in the mech and then just fly out to the front lines.
Hayes?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I am gonna go check on Frankie.
Okay. Charlie has a thing thought you were still miffed about Viari, and that's.
I mean they are, but like also we are literally under siege, so like
Yeah.
I can wait.
Yeah, that's fair. Frankie's there, and is busy trying to make a gun off of your instructions, but it doesn't seem to be coming together.
Here I toss him the the automatic, the ×3 semi-auto that I have.
Mm-hmm. Is this a gift?
Maybe. We'll see.
Thanks.
Yeah, don't die. Don't like go running out there either. This is just for you to take care. Like, don't go on the front line. Like, you're not supposed to be doing that. But
Oh, I thought I was about to go on the front lines.
no, we're not putting children on the front. No, we're not. I'm sure we're not. You can use this if you need to. You can dissect it. You can run wild. And I just kind of pat him on the head a couple times.
Thanks. I'm gonna take this apart and see what I can get.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go talk to the government people and get them to go elsewhere. If they come near here.
Tell them they suck. And we
Oh.
hate them.
Okay, so when I come back, we'll talk about espionage a little bit and how that works.
Okay.
I'll be thinking it really hard, though.
Yeah, make sure they know it too by saying it to their face.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell them they suck
Well-
and I hate you.
I love this kid. You're excellent, Frankie. And I just head out.
Okay. And as you make your way to the front lines to defend against a potential re-attack, sirens blaring, waves of flaming blood caressing and just swamping the Ministry of Space. That is where we're going to end today's episode.
I fucking knew it was coming. God damn it.
Thank you all
God.
so much for watching. This has been episode 33 of Paperwork Pantheon. I have been your Dungeon Master, Offbeat Outlaw. Please support me on Patreon if you enjoy this series. It is the best way to support this channel, as well as gifted chats. It is the best way to continue, so I can continue to make this series and this show for you all. If you don't like it, you made it all the way to the end. Reevaluate your position. And then I'll hand it to Brooke.
Hello, my name is. Wait, to me? Not Amelia?
Oh, Amelia, yes. I got you guys in the different order in this chat, so like my brain is confused. And like on the screen chat, it's right. On the when I'm looking, it's all wrong. It's all fucked. Anyway, Amelia, go.
Hi, my name is Amelia Som. You can find me most places at Amelia Som or by going to links.ameliasom.com. I am here. I'm also DMing for the podcast Guild Fellows if you want to hear me say a lot of prose a lot of the time. And yeah, where else? Oh, I guess you could still listen to me on Unprepared Casters because podcasts just kind of exist on ARCs 3, 6, and 10.
And you DM Dark 10.
I did also DM that. If you want an arc that has both murder and
Yeah.
mystery that may or may not be related.
What is the premise again? It's like a necromancer's guild having their like
Centennial meeting. Centennial. Yeah, because it's like the
Centennial.
centennial. Because they have annual meetings, but the centennial one is like the important ones. Because they're necromancers, so like, not most of them are. They're not gonna fucking bother showing up every year. It's great.
That's a lot of time, you know.
And it also led to the best line I have ever ad-libbed in D&D, which is...
well, don't tell them. They have to go listen
tell
to
me.
to know.
Okay, well, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you after. You had to listen to Arc 10 to find out, apparently. Always leave them wanting more.
Valid. My name is Brooklyn Tuesday, and you can mostly find me on Instagram and TikTok, but actually mostly it's just here at this point. I don't know, maybe one day I'll make content again. Nobody really cares. But we are working on a system, a game system similar to D&D, but more catered to our play style. It's like D&D adjacent, but it's also just different. The mechanics Anyway, Offbeat and I are working on our own system. If you want to see what's happening with that, sometimes we will stream our little planning mechanics design sessions. One of them is up on Offbeat's YouTube. It's in 2 parts because the stream accidentally ended halfway through, and so we had to start again.
Accidentally ended, it means I accidentally clicked the end stream button with my mouse with my elbow.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna just leave it be. And yeah.
Patrick.
Hi, everybody. I am Patrick Keefe. You can find me everywhere on the internet at That Great Gentleman. If you want to find the content that I personally make, you can primarily find that on TikTok and Instagram. You can find me over at heroicstory.com if you want to see me DMing a MMO TTRPG campaign, which is ongoing, and I'm back doing it again, and I'm very excited about it. And if you want to hear me playing an excellent sweeping pirate adventure in the world of Chaosium's 7th Sea TTRPG, we have the podcast The Writer's Room. I have our little business card here. And we are very quickly approaching on the end of season 1 of The Writer's Room. We're actually going to be doing a live listen through with the cast on the Writer's Room Discord this upcoming Wednesday. There are only about 35 episodes out, and each of them are about 45 minutes. Totally feasible to catch up, I think, until Wednesday. But if you don't, we're just going to be doing it anyway. Come join us. We're going to do a Q&A with the cast afterwards, and then that episode's going to go live on Thursday. So yeah, look for this symbol. There you go.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So thank you all so much for watching. That's everything we got for you today. We love you. Fans, watchers, listeners, please subscribe if you're watching this in the VOD. Get the